8 a.m. London. Firstly, I'd like to say my absence in the last, I would say, 8 to 9 trading days. I've just seen my family from England, who came over for the first time in Asia. And yeah, it's been a long, long time. I'm just renegotiating and catching up with all family values back in England. So let's get back to it on the Monday. Last time I was with you guys was the psychology webinar. I've got a lot more information to put on the table for you. And yeah, let's just do a general consensus. So I am going to, from users' request, start to obviously delve back into currencies. GA was always my personal favorite. I skipped it for around, I would say, 12 to 15 months. Why? Because of the current PA was messy, but I did a scan last week and been working nicely and due diligently around behind the scenes, and I see some nice moves on it. And for those who may struggle with gold because of the volatility index of the entirety of the price, GA is a nice mover, and it's very, very easy to form a module around this, that, and the other. So I've just got these 4 tabs here, UJ as well, EJ, okay, and also US30. Market's moving very, very nicely in flow predicament. So let's just get started. So over here, so I've got the hourly up, and I've also got the 20 minute, 15 minutes, up to you guys what you need to do. These little boxes here, so I've just put the daily zones on, the vertical zones, and also at the same time, the abbreviation of just showing you. So what this indicator is here, very, very simple put. I'd like this simple concept, session volume profile HD, and I've just removed the volume off there because the volume, I've got another platform I'm going to bring forth to you guys with the bid and ask ladder, and also it's a long story. I'll bring that forth. You might have seen it, where it's more or less an institutional format in which we're using high-end data feeds to get the exact number profiles in a prolific value to see who's coming in and out of the market. And the gold feed I have on the platform at the moment is COMEX Gold, which is obviously Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and we're getting all the numbers from there and all the volume from there. So what I'm trying to say and suggest here is that if you look at the volume indicators on TradingView and the Oanda, it's not the same as actually using these institutional values, if that makes sense. So all we have here is this is tracked, as you can see, daily high, daily low. And I've just literally, I go into the daily, check the daily time frame, timescape, and market's moving super, super easy right now, where I'm just switching between bars. I just want to keep everything super, super clean cut and stay on a high profile alert when it comes down to just, looking at this hourly time frame as an example, guys, and going in and just taking the last 4 or 5 days and looking at the highs and lows, okay, daily highs and lows nicely, and looking at the negotiations of where we've came from and where we actually headed to be. So all-time high over here, and then we got the low afterwards, and I've just printed that on, and then we forced back up, so we're more or less in this medium range with 2,740 to let's just delete that for a second, to 2,714. Then we have the anomaly here, okay, and also at the same time we have to read this. We have to read the price of time index. So 20, so that's more or less I would say 70 to 80% through Chicago. So Chicago pushed and then bang, pulled back to the highs over here, 1700 hours. So more or less 25% of Chicago, same context, and then we're more or less going back and forth here. What we can also just simply do and put onto the chart is what I normally do. I put DL there, that's some daily liquidity, and just copy and paste that, bring it over, make it nice and simple and sweet. And also here we have a main factor in more or less the middle concept, no man's land. And today's low is here. If this comes down and pushes forward and reprints, it's going to reprint. So we always have to look at the back, the last 2, 3. But this just makes it very, very easy to have simple concepts. So in essence, I would suggest that, okay, if gold comes down to, we've got 3 areas of value, 1, 2, and 3. So the best buy scope for gold, because obviously we are still bullish in the concept, and team, we know that gold is potentially going to hit 2 8s to 3 1s by the end of the year into January, okay, by the last quarter. But obviously it's Monday, so we need to see where we are and where we're going to be heading. If we go from 1 to 2 from the fib over here, okay, so you're at 61.8 and 78.6. So we're more or less in between that module. Would it be risky as an intraday process or intra-week process to start buying gold right now? Potentially. So we have to look, because we have to consider, look at this. Okay, that was Friday closure, coming back through, and look at what we got here. Now, if we just go in and scope this small area out, 39 to 48, so we've got 90 pips, okay? And what we're looking at now, this could be a nice sell-off, okay? Hands down. Again, we're only just getting into the London, pre-London requisite, and we could push down, okay? So just be vigilant of this. I would only look for gold longs if we break through here, if we start to retest this volume area, okay, and then start to push to the upside and make new highs. But however, okay, we've got NFP, we've got a few other figures of data imagination coming onto the table, and also at the same time we have to just be, we're coming to the end of the month soon as well. So pushing down into the best buy offers are going to be, okay, 717, 714, 708. Okay, around here, and then it may even just take 1, 2, 3 lows out, spike through, and then go higher. Okay, other very, very simple strategic technical modules. Okay, we have area here which we've gone in, but we're kind of getting to a retest. I don't really like to use pattern formats. I'm more, I more or less drive on intuition and the intuitive value. But yeah, so let's see what gold does. It's going to be more heartwarming for gold to come down 200 pips, and you're already going to be 200 pips up if you just scale. Okay, GA is going on a mad tangent, and I had one nice trade on this last week, but I didn't hold it long enough. Okay, my first GA trade in a long time. I came up to here, but I knew it was going to take out this high and just continue to process through. And what we're looking at right now is, if we look at the day, very, very simple context here as well. If we just do a quick measurement, again, we don't have to get into too much aggro. We've already taken out those areas, probably around 88% right now. We've hit the 1. So we're more or less in adequate sense of there's a potential for this to start to roll over. If we start to roll over on GA, then, okay, so we've got 9 7s. GA is a master at psychological values. And where we can determine our next point of call is going to be, okay, so if we went from 1 to 2, if we start to roll over now, so as an example, if we start to scale potential shorts, and let's just go to the intraday for a second. As you can see over here, a little bit cleaner on the 20-minute. Look how clean this looks. So the 1, this is the current, and there we go, we can draw that. So we're more or less in a little volume area, okay, trapped area. We don't really need to go into end of predicaments over here. If GA, our stops would be above 9.7, so we would look at going, okay, short, we could spike out, short again, give it some breathing room, and we can roll over into 9.590s and then 9.523s. Easy work. EJ, beautiful last week as well. Looking at the areas for longs, we had a little bit of a gap up back to the high of pre-MY. And yeah, if you look at one of my previous formats of the trade, this is my overall consensus. Measure 1 to 2, measure 1 to 2 at the low here, and then obviously we've just breached that, we came through. Where's this going to go next to? Okay, so yeah, we have underlying volume right here. It could come to 166.60, so that's going to be another 80 to 90 pips, so we could scale in shorts and allow this thing to run back down. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, and I'll be on top of this as well. So 1 second. And then US30, guys, look at this move. Incredible, 1,000 pips, just drop, left, right, and center. What I can see now here after 3 drives to the downside is that we have prolific volume there. If we come into daily low 1, daily low 3 Friday, we can maybe start to scale back to the upside. So there's some nice predicaments there, guys. What I would do on all of those 4 valuable pieces of information I've gave you, just scale in, and with gold, again, precisely, just wait for it to drop, and I'll update you guys, okay? I'll see you very, very soon.